What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, CamATL, and welcome back to another MLB Prize Picks video with your boy. Drop a like down below because I already know you're gonna love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Welcome to PropsMadeEasy.com, where you bet smarter, not harder. Tools make it super simple to know the data choices, the smart bets, not what some random guy with 100,000 fake followers on Twitter told you should do. Not some guy who has some Discord where he puts six mans praying the hit so he can use it as promotional content. None of that shit. All right? Using data and that's it. Okay? And that is the important part of sports betting. Not a guy who's even just reading Vegas lines. Okay, you guys already know. If you guys have been playing player props for a minute, you guys know the different types of people who are out there, the different types of products that are out there. Props Made Easy is not that. It takes data. It shows you the smart plays. It's not going to tell you guys based off Vegas line. It's not going to tell you guys, oh, this guy had last five, lock him in. He hit all of his last 5 games. That means he's going to hit his sixth, lock him in. Oh, he's hit 9 of 10. Oh, he's going to hit again. That's the biggest misconception in this industry. Me and the guys at we have that data company that we're working with for the data on Props Made Easy, and they're big time guys in the industry. And we were sitting laughing so hard about how these guys try to act as if Vegas line matters and act as if these different, like, last 5, last 10 even matters. Like, these things are so irrelevant. But yet the sports betting world, and I don't know if it's the sports books wanting to push this and make y'all think this or what, but people are so used to going off of last 5, last 10 in Vegas lines, and that's it, that the sports books are raking off of that. They love the fact that y'all only use that. That's why Props Made Easy is going to be make such a major impact in the industry, because it doesn't just go off of that. Sure, it has it in consideration in the data, but that's a small part of the multiple parts of data that go into this for each player. So, man, it's just crazy to me. We actually had a meeting the other day talking about it. And it's just wild and baffling how well the sports books, probably mostly are pushing it, have made people think that that's how you're supposed to pick your plays. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, they're selling you on the idea of it's that simple. They want people to feel like, oh, all I have to do is this. People want easy money. That's it. That's what the world's about. People want easy money. They don't want to have to research forever. They want easy money. That's what it is. So they take any way that they feel like they can to do it as easy as they can to hit, and that's it. People don't like to put the work in. So at Props Made Easy, we put the work in for you and make it super simple in front of you. So you're still getting the obvious plays in front of you, the smart plays in front of you without having to do a ton of research, but you're also doing it the smart way and not just reading Vegas lines or going off of last 5 and last 10. Please, y'all. And people who watch me, please, do more than that, please. I still see people in the chat sometimes saying, oh, look at this guy. Look at his last 5. Lock him in. Like, it's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. But hey, you live and you learn in sports betting. Y'all gonna have to lose a good bit before y'all finally realize that, I'm sure. All right, so let's get straight into it. As you can see on the tool at PropsMadeEasy.com, we've got some hitter fantasy score as always, and there is a guy at the top of this list that really sticks out to me. Fernando Tatis let us down just barely yesterday. He got the steal like I expected. He got on base, but he came right under at a 7 fantasy point score. So that was unfortunate, but he did get the steal and all that, exactly what we predicted. So I was expecting him to hit that dude hard, though. I was expecting a home run out of Tatis yesterday. But Matt Olson today is the guy that I'm going to rock with going against Bello of Boston. Atlanta's got the second highest total out of every game on this slate today. Okay, that tells me that Atlanta's going to put in some work. And I really love the Atlanta hitter fantasy scores for that reason, especially Olson at only 7.5. That's crazy. Like, Olson's one of the best hitters on this Atlanta squad. You see Ronald Acuna's at 9.5. But Matt Olson, second, third best hitter on this Atlanta team, is at only 7.5 on the highest Vegas total. We have Matt Olson projected at a 10.7, and we have Acuna at 11.23. That's very close. You know what I mean? So go ahead and grab some Matt Olson at 7.5. He's got the lefty-righty matchup against Bello tonight. 10.7 projection. Absolutely have him smashing. 3.27 differential. Love Matt Olson today over his hitter fantasy score. As I said, second highest Vegas scoring offense on the slate today. And he's only at 7.5 hitter fantasy score. Take advantage of that. That'll probably be bumped eventually. Love that spot for him. Now, if you look at the unders, you've got pitching outs at the very top of Christian Javier. Vegas likes the under at -130. We also do. So that's a play that's definitely interesting to me. There's pitcher strikeouts that are also an option. I really like the Seth Lugo over 4.5 against Minnesota. Normally, I like to lean guys at home. You know what I mean? Like when I'm taking a pitcher's strikeouts over, I like to, have the home in mind. But the tool also has that in mind when liking this pick. I know it knows Seth Lugo's on the road here. And obviously, pitchers are normally better at home. But all we need is 5 Ks. Seth Lugo's got a solid K percent versus both hands. Minnesota is a very free swinging team. Another bit of information that the tool has in consideration that I caught on to later was that I was actually talking to one of our guys on the data last night when this information was being put in. And he was telling me, did you realize that how bad Minnesota is against the knuckle curveball? And I was just like, huh. I'm sure I'll figure that out as my normal research tomorrow. But Seth Lugo's one of his favorite pitches is the knuckle curve. And Minnesota does not make contact facing it. They do not make very good contact versus the knuckle curveball. So this is a very solid spot to go over 4.5 there for him. The pitching outs has a higher differential for Javier, so I'm trying to figure out which one of those I want to go with. It's close between these two dudes, man. It is really, really close. Let's see. Javier is on the road facing LA. Okay. All right, I'll take the under on Christian Javier's prop line. His prop line for pitching outs is at 17.5. Vegas likes the under at -130. We have him at 16.27 innings pitching outs. That's a -1.23 differential. Christian Javier is on the road, so that kind of does exactly what I like to do. I like to stick with, if I'm grabbing an under on a pitcher, I like to stick with pitchers who are on the road facing a good offense like the Angels. I mean, Ohtani, Mike Trout, all these guys hit the ball very well, and they're at home, so they could do some damage against Javier and knock him out a little early. And so I like the under on Javier on the road. Under 17.5 pitching outs for Javier. And then the other play is the Matt Olson play over 7.5 against Boston. Lefty-righty matchup. Second highest projected total on the entire slate for today. At home in Atlanta. It's just criminal. That shouldn't be 7.5. All right. Thank you guys for joining me as always, man. If you're interested in daily fantasy sports content, shameless plug, my website is DFS content right here. If you're on Props Made Easy and you go to more, you'll see DFS content. You can click that. It'll bring you over to Greenlight DFS, my company where I focus on optimal lineups for DraftKings and FanDuel. And I also put my favorite 6-pick flex for fun over there every day as well. So thank you guys for joining me as always. Let's get this money. Remember, man, use the data when you make your choices, y'all. Or just continue using Vegas line in last 5, last 10 and learn the hard way that way. But my thing is when I come in, I want to make sure I tell y'all exactly how, like the best ways, the smart ways to do it. And that's just not my opinion. That's the opinion of any smart bettor in the industry. Any smart big data guys in the industry, like data scientists and shit, think that's the craziest thing ever. So cool, you can look at it, but you don't want to rely solely on that, please. But at the end of the day, man, look, y'all are going to do what you want. All I can do is in my videos mention what the best way is. Like I said, like I always say, this advice is not to encourage you to use Props Made Easy. Do what you want. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, as a friend, coming to you telling you how you need to place your bets. Whether it's using Props Made Easy, whether it's using whatever you want to use. Just whatever you're using, don't rely solely on Vegas line and last 10. Like, do some more research, put some effort into it. All right? Thank you guys for joining me, and I'm out. Peace.